Good morning, all. If we have attended the demo class, we have covered what is DevOps and what is cloud. So, first step of the course, we will start with AWS, like cloud technologies. We'll start. Before starting cloud technologies like AWS, I will cover again the basics of cloud technologies, like what are the cloud computing, cloud computing types as well as cloud computing services available in the market. Based on that, we will go into AWS cloud. Okay. So as you remember, what is cloud computing means? Any services related to IT infrastructure, you will get through internet. That is like either it may be data storage or servers, database networking, software, anything. All these services you will be accessing via web page through internet, right? So that we will call it as cloud computing. In this cloud computing, we have types of cloud based on your requirement, what kind of cloud you need. Either it may be public or private or hybrid. Public cloud means, suppose if we have capability of building one data center, you can give services to other people as well. So those providers we will those kind of data center will called as public cloud. Those public cloud providers are examples are like this top 10, this one: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Alibaba, Salesforce, Dell, IBM, and DigitalOcean and Dropbox. There are multiple based on your usability, based on your feasibility, which one you need to choose. That's up to you. Based on your company, which cloud technology they want to choose, they can choose. But functionality wise, everything will be same. But naming convention, pricing, all those things it will change. That is like public cloud. And private cloud means only for you only. Particular data center only for you it is available. If you are not sharing with others, that data center will call it as private data center. No one can access. In this private cloud, you have to maintain networking, cooling system, like Linux servers maintain available, like updating the servers, everything you have to take care in private cloud. But when it comes to hybrid cloud, mix of both public and private. 50% you can utilize public cloud, and private cloud you can able to utilize 50%. Or if you want to go for 80/30, 80/20, it's up to you. You need to mix both public and private cloud. Why? Because like old companies, they have invested a lot of money setting up these data centers respect to their companies, right? They don't want to delete that data center, they want to keep. So for that reason, what they will do means they will go for this hybrid cloud. That means they will be using their on-premise data center as well as they will go for cloud as well. That type of option if they're choosing, then we'll call it as hybrid cloud. Okay, these are the types of cloud computing. And then when you go into cloud providers, like any cloud provider, they will give you the options, like what kind of service you need from us, what kind of service you need. Either it may be infrastructure as a service and platform as a service and software as a service. It's up to you. You can choose what kind of service you need. It's not that simply cloud providers will provide you the services through internet, right? They have to separate, they have to differentiate the services, person to person, service to service. So for that, they have these three type of services are available: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So when you go for infrastructure as a service, right? Only from networking to virtualization, they will give you the support. Suppose you're going for AWS, only you need infrastructure service. Only these four services they will give you the support. On top of that, you have to install your own OS. So simple example, when you're buying laptop, right? Without OS, if you're buying laptop, that is like infrastructure service. That means you have to maintain everything. OS you have to install, and then you have to install data, like application you have to install, and then you have to manage your data as well, right? So all those things you have to manage in this infrastructure service. And when you go for platform as a service, till runtime, they will give you platform. Just you need to run your application. That's it. That kind of service if you need, then we'll go for this platform as service. And software as service means you don't want to do anything. You don't want to develop application. You don't want to manage the data or voice anything. You don't want to do anything. Just you need a service from them. Then you can go for the software as service. Any applications, like when we go for Google, right? So here, like any application, like I open Gmail. So if you see here, all these applications, we haven't developed this one. Okay, we're just using that applications based on your requirement, right? These Google Cloud is maintaining. Google is like one company. They have their data centers. They have developed this application. They are managing data. They developed this application. They are maintaining voice. Everything they are maintaining it. We're just using the service. This is like software as service. Any application, if you're using, someone was developed, someone was maintaining it, then that kind of services will called as software as service. It's up to you what kind of service you need. You can able to choose once you logged into any cloud computing technologies. Okay, that may be AWS, Azure, Google, anything. So these are the basics. Just remember what is cloud computing, what are the types of clouds we have, and then what type of service they will be providing. So this is all about cloud computing basics, which I covered earlier as well, and then I'm covering it again. Okay, there's like services are available in AWS as well, Azure as well, GCP, Oracle, any cloud computing technology. These are the basics. It will not change. Suppose if you go for Azure, these are the basics. If you go for GCP, these are the basics. It will not change. Okay. So now out of these providers, we have so many providers are there. Not only these 10, we have so many providers. So now we will be going to this AWS technologies. Okay. AWS means Amazon Web Service. So in this Amazon Web Service, okay, so how it started, like in it how it was started. So let me zoom it. Okay, how it was started. So basically, before cloud computing technologies, as you know, every company they have built their data centers, they are deploying their applications into that servers, they're maintaining it. So in olden days, if you have heard, if anyone have relatives who work for Linux engineers, only Linux engineers, that job is related to data center. Remember, in olden days, there are so many jobs related to Linux. Those Linux engineers will take care about maintenance, like upgrading the server OS, all those things they will be taking care. So those Linux engineers' job now it came to DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer, he will take care, cloud and DevOps engineer, he will take care about everything. Okay, but it's not same as Linux engineers. Why? Because when we move to cloud technologies, they will be taking care everything, updates, whatever it may be. Our job as a cloud and DevOps engineer, you have to make sure once upgradation is done, it is whether it is working fine as expected before or not. So those things and all you have to maintain as cloud and DevOps engineer. Okay, that is like cloud. Linux engineers will be there before cloud technologies. So now when it comes to AWS cloud, right? It was started internally on 2002. Okay, it was they thought the idea like we want to start this kind of services to everyone. so that we can build a data centers across the world. Based on that, they will get some amount and all they have discussed. Finally, they have launched in 2007 in Europe. In Europe, they have launched in 2007. After that, it got popular very. So many clients are using this cloud technologies. AWS cloud technology they have utilized. Big clients are Netflix, NASA, Airbnb, and Dropbox. So these are the big clients for AWS cloud. Till now, till today, 50% of the utilization of cloud technology AWS only. Remember, AWS cloud technology is like very famous. Utilization across the world, 50% it is occupied. Before it was 60%, now it is like 50%. That much famous AWS cloud technologies. Okay, so in this AWS cloud technology, how they divided into like entire worldwide they have this AWS cloud technology. How they built it, how they separated from US to India, India to China, China to Singapore, like Singapore to Malaysia, how they differentiated, how they built it, these data centers means. So we'll see. So they have in global infrastructure, they have regions, availability zones like data centers and edge locations. They have separated like this. First thing, regions. Based on geographical area, they have divided into regions. Suppose India is like one region, US is like one region. In US itself, US East is like one region, West, North, South, like that. If it is region is like big, if they want to build a data center within the same country, they have divided into multiple regions. Region means, just remember, the region means it's a geographical area. They have divided into regions. So like that, we have so many regions are there. I'll show you. So in these regions, they have built these data centers. Okay, so let me show you how it look like. AWS global infrastructure. So if I go here, so if you see, top regions are North America, South America, Europe, Middle East, Asia, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. So, like this, they have built. Let's the view. 1 second. Global infrastructure will be there. So, totally, they have 32 regions are there as of now. 32 regions they have. 102 data centers they have. That means physical data centers, as I showed you, AWS data center. So physical data centers. So like this, 105 data centers they have built across the world. Out of these 32 regions, as of now, they have 32 regions, and then 102 data centers are available. I will tell you what is this availability zones and all. Availability zone is nothing but data centers. Okay, as well as they have 550 plus presence of point of presence. This like edge locations. I'll tell you what is this edge locations as well. Just remember the numbers here. Regions in AWS cloud they have 32. 102 availability zones they have. Okay, map. See if here, this is how it look like maps. So like which are in green, right? It is like already like existing infrastructure, and red I think it is proposed, yeah, coming soon. Which are in green, if you see, those are like already existing regions across the world. Then which are in red, it will be coming soon. They will be setting up again their data centers in that locations and all. So if you see here, it's like US part. Okay, US East is this one, and then if you go here, US government cloud, only for government they have built it, and then this like Northern California region, and then one more it is coming Canada West. They are building data centers, so they have divided into Canada as a region, one region, and when it comes down, it's like like one more data center here, and then Europe, Spain, Zurich, and Ireland, and then Europe, Stockholm. Like this, they have multiple regions are there in Europe also. And when it comes to like Middle East countries, Tel Aviv, and they have UAE, and then you have Bahrain, and then India, if you see Hyderabad they have, and then Mumbai they have. In India, they have two regions as of now. And then when it comes to Jakarta, Africa countries, Hong Kong is like China, Nginx or something. They are built it. These like New Zealand, I think so. Yeah, Iceland, Australia and New Zealand, Melbourne and New Zealand, Sydney and Melbourne. So like this, across the world, okay, they have divided into regions based on geographical area. They have divided into regions. Totally, they have how many regions they have is 32 as of now. Launched available regions are 32. So much more coming soon. They will be building. They will keep on building the data centers based on region. Like see this one more here. You see coming soon. Auckland is like they're building one more data center. So like this, across the world, they will be setting up these data centers. Physical data centers, they will be building it. But how you will be accessing in the sense through internet. You don't need to worry anything. So they will be communicated via wiring system across the seas, but we can't able to see it. But just remember how it look like in the sense it will be look like this one. Based on regions, they have divided. Based on geographical area, they have divided into regions. So based on that, in that regions, they will be developing data centers. These are regions only. Inside this region, suppose if we come to India, they have two regions they have mentioned here. Okay, so in these two regions, if you see availability zones are three. Availability zones is nothing but data centers. In AWS cloud, availability zones means data centers. Well, minimum three or two it will be there. In each region, they will be having data centers. That data centers will call it as availability zones. Minimum three will be there. Okay. Any region, if you consider any region, suppose if I go to Spain here, in this region as well, three availability zones they have. Like this, these type of data centers across south, they will be building three data centers like this. Okay, three data centers minimum will be there in each region. Just remember, in each region minimum three data centers will be available. That data centers will call availability zones. So that is the reason 102 availability zones. 32 into 3, 32 into 3, if you 64, 96 it will come. Yeah, 96. Like in some regions they will be having 5, some regions they will be having 4, some regions they will be having 6. It's based on usability, based on popular. They will be keep on adding these data centers across the regions. Okay, just remember in AWS which region you want to select. Suppose your client is based out of US. Okay, they have to deploy their application in US only. Then you have to choose US based region. So if I logged into my AWS account, right? See here. So these many regions, as I told you, as I showed you in the map as well, these many regions are available by default. You have to choose on which region you want to launch your services. Suppose I want to launch it on Mumbai region. I'll select only Mumbai. So in this Mumbai, I can able to utilize these services. So like this, on which region you want to launch, you have to decide at first step only. It's not that go log into AWS account, just launch and services. It's not that. You have to choose on which region you want to launch. First step, you have to choose the region. Region means based on geographical area, they have divided into regions. Simple meaning. Based on geographical area, they have divided into multiple regions. We have 32 regions are there across the globe, and then 102 data availability zones are available. So availability zones is nothing but data center. Okay. So these the graph of the AWS cloud infrastructure across the world. You can choose wherever you want. So suppose you are sitting in India, if you want to deploy it in US data centers, you can able to do that one. If you want to do it in Melbourne, like Australia based, you can able to deploy as well. How you are communicating through internet. Everything you're doing via internet. That is like cloud computing. Any data center across the world you can able to access through internet. Internet connection is like main. If you have internet connection, if you want to connect to any data centers across the world, you can able to connect. That is the advantage of this cloud computing. You can able to work from anywhere. You can able to connect from anywhere as well. Okay. So like this, first step when we go to cloud computing technology, you will see regions and availability zones. So if you go for Azure, if you go for GCP, same regions and availability zones they have. So if you see like Azure infrastructure, let me show you. If you see these like Azure part, sorry, let me pull it. So here, if you see these like Azure one, so they have these many data centers. This much that based on region, they have these many regions. They have Azure. Same. There also they will call region. There also in these regions they will be having availability zones. That availability zones is nothing but data centers, physical data centers. They will be having separate power supply. They will be having separate cooling system. Everything will be separate. Data center to data center, everything will be different. Like that, they will maintain these data centers. Okay, if something goes wrong, why they are building three data centers in single region means if something goes wrong to one data center, they need a backup, right? So that is the reason in single region they will be building three availability zones. That means three data centers they will build. Minimum three, maximum it can go four, five, six, seven, up to that provider. How many they want to build it in that region, they will decide based on popularity of that cloud. Okay, just remember regions and availability zones are same across all cloud providers. It's not only for AWS. It is same as Azure. It is same as GCP. It is same as any Oracle or Dropbox, whatever it may be. Regions are nothing but based on geographical area, they have divided into regions. We have 32 regions are there as of now. It may gonna increase next year. That we are not sure. Okay. And in these regions, they will be building physical data centers. That data centers we will call availability zones. Just remember that data centers we will call it as availability zones. Okay. And then one more topic we have edge locations. What is this edge locations in sense? Let me cover. So regions, as I mentioned, regions will be across the world. As I mentioned, as I showed you the map as well. This is how it look like. And then availability zones, it will be look like this one. Okay. Uh, Sorry, currently we have 102. 102 availability zones we have as of now. And then how it will be in the sense, in each region minimum three availability zones will be there. They will be communicated each other. If something goes wrong, suppose consider in India only, we have in Mumbai, and we have it in one more in Delhi, and one more data center is in Hyderabad. Three data centers are available in India. Suppose some floods came in Mumbai region, Mumbai. Due to that, AWS data center got affected. So whoever deployed their application into Mumbai region, it will get affected, right? So what they will do means, whenever they're deploying their applications into Mumbai region, they will keep their backup into other region as well. Suppose they want to keep their backup in Delhi, they will keep it. No, if they don't want to keep it in Delhi as well, they will deploy it in Hyderabad. So if something goes wrong with Mumbai region, that means Mumbai data center, immediately they switch to Hyderabad. That feasibility is there in cloud technologies. So that is the reason in single region, minimum three data centers they will create. That data center we will call it as availability zone. Just remember, that's it. There is no specific meaning for availability zone. Physical data centers they will call it as availability zones in this region. Okay, that is like region availability zones. And then one more concept, we have edge locations. So what is this edge locations in a sense? Across the world, see here, if you see in edge location like color, this color, these are like edge locations. Okay, what is this edge locations in the sense? Suppose somewhere in US some concert is happening. Okay, some live video they're like broadcasting via some channels. That same video you want to see it in India as well. Okay, so now whenever you're hitting in a browser with that URL to see that uh, video, it will take some time to load. It's not that immediately it will go and give the live wherever that concert is happening. There will be some delays for like 1 minute or 10 seconds, 40 seconds. That delay will be there. If you use this edge location concept to deliver any content, either it may be data, files, video, images, whatever it may be, if you want to deliver to users as soon as if it is happening, then they will go for these edge locations. See here, content is delivered to end users without lower latency. That means with minimal, there won't be some delays. Only fraction of 1 or 2 seconds will be there. With that gap, you can able to get that data which is streaming, or it may be files or data or videos, whatever it may be. These edge locations are usable for the applications which needs to be delivered the data to the end users with low latency. Low latency means with time gap. Time gap will be reduced. See here, suppose if I want to access my application, like suppose US based application, something is there. So that application, if you want to access here, suppose if I enter Amazon.com, okay, it's sorry, Amazon.com if I'm entering. So based on your location, it will populate, right? So my location is this one. So I can able to hit this location, DE, like Germany based application it has opened now. So based on your location, it will open by default. But if you want to access Amazon US, suppose if I go here, amazon.com/US, if I enter, so it will not open basically. But if location is like, see, if I type Amazon US, okay, so now it went to this US location, then it will take some time. There will be some delays based on user where he is accessing that application. It will identify first, then it will go to the servers, then it will give you the response. So like that, there will be some delays when you're accessing that application. Suppose first time if you're accessing, suppose if I do Flipkart.com, okay, .com entered. So now see, it has taken some delay first time. Whenever I am accessing some application, suppose not Flipkart.com, I'll go for Mintra. Okay, Mintra.com. Okay, Mintra.com I'm entering. So now when you see this application loading, it will take some time because first time I'm accessing Mintra.com from this browser, from this laptop. Okay, if I enter, see it has taken some delay. That time what it will do means this request it will go to the servers, backend servers, wherever which cloud is running. It will pull that request and it will show you the response. So if I'm accessing it again, so second time I'm accessing Myntra.com. Okay, it like now it has taken very less time. Why? Because whenever you're making new request to any application first time, it will take some time. And whenever you access that same application second time, it will not take time. Why? Because this first time request it will be stored in this browser cache. That means background there will be some cache memory will be there. That memory it will store that request. So if any user is trying to access this application from the same browser, it will not take that much time. It will give you the response from that cache memory only. So I'll explain you detail, don't worry. Just remember edge locations, what are the purpose we will use in the sense to deliver any data or videos to end users with low latency. We'll go for this like edge locations. Okay. So these are the basics of cloud technology. Just remember what is region, how many regions we have, what is the availability zones, how many available zones we have as of now, and then edge locations, just basics. Okay, so any doubts here? Region, what is region, what is availability zone, what is edge locations? If you have anything you can ask me. So otherwise I'll go to AWS. So first thing you have to create AWS account. Okay, just go to like AWS Amazon.com. So here, once you enter into this page, aws.amazon.com, it will ask you to create an account. If you don't have any account, you can able to create. Okay. So you can able to create account. There it will ask you to enter credit card or debit card details. Okay, just remember it will ask you to provide any debit card or credit card. You need to enter those details. It will charge you 1 rupee or 2 rupees. Just remember 1 rupee or 2 rupees for account activation. It will take 24 hours to activate your account from Amazon side. Okay. Once it is active, you can able to see like this. Your account it is logged in. You can able to see. Just remember what are the credit card or debit card details you entered while creating AWS account. Without telling you, they will not take single rupee. Don't get afraid of entering these details. Just remember, they will not take any single rupee from you. Again, what are the 1 rupee or 2 rupee they have taken, they will refund you back again. Okay, if you are using these services, as I mentioned, cloud technologies they will follow pay as you use. How much you have utilized from that cloud provider, that much amount you have to pay. But first time if you're accessing free tier account, they will not charge. Just remember, if you launch one service, if you keep it as running 24 by 7 all days, they will charge from you. Okay, just remember what are the details you have entered, credit card or debit card details. Without notifying you, they will not deduct single rupee from your account. Once any billing was generated for your account, they will send you the mail to pay the amount. If you are not paying the amount to the cloud technologies, they will block your account. Nothing. They will not do anything. They will block your account. Next time, when you are creating again AWS account, that same mail, same debit card or credit card, you can't able to use it. Just remember, don't get afraid to enter the details of your banking system details. Just enter, just try to create AWS account, then only you can able to practice anything. Okay, they will not take any single rupee from your account. Suppose once you logged in, if you want to see the billing, like how much it is getting charged. See, suppose this is my account. Okay, this is my account. Now I need to see the billing. If I go to billing dashboard for this account, okay. Oh, okay. This is my user account. I need to switch to different tool. I'll do later. Okay. Basically, if you go to your account, just billing dashboard. If you enter, it will show you what is the price for this month, which are all services you have been utilized. All those things it will show you. Okay. Just remember to create AWS account. It will take 24 hours to activate. Okay. Just remember what is cloud and what are the types of clouds we have and what type of services they will be providing. And in AWS cloud, what is the region, what is data availability zones, and what is edge locations. So these are the basics. So when you come to uh, AWS account, once you logged in, this is the account. Okay, this is the account. These are the services. Suppose if you're working for analytics, you can go for these services. If you're working for blockchain, you can go for this one. It's not that single person had to learn all these things. If you want to get certified from AWS cloud, then you need to learn some basics about all those services. But as a DevOps engineer, what are the services we need? Those services will be covered as part of this course. Okay, just remember. So if you want to store anything in AWS cloud, you need to go for the storage. If you want to maintain some related to security, you can go for this service. If you're working for satellite, you can go for this one. If you're working for robotics, you can go for. If you're working for quantum, you can go for this one. So, like this, based on your role, if you're a developer, go for this one. If you're working for machine learning, go for this one. So, like this, for each and every role in software, for them respected services are available across all cloud provided technologies irrespective of any provider. When you logged into Amazon, you can able to use all the services. If you go to Azure, same services will be there, but naming convention, like usability type and actions will be different, but concepts are same. Concept is same across all cloud providers. Just remember. So these are the uh, services are available. So in this, what are the services we gonna learn in the sense? So first thing we will learn IAM. Okay, IAM means identity access management security part, and then EC2 and S3. Sorry, Out 53. These like DNS service and S3. And then we'll see monitoring services, CloudWatch and CloudTrail, and we have VPC. And we have these services. Let me show you here only. EC2 we will see, and then Lambda we'll see here, and in containers also I'll show you registry and Kubernetes services as well. And then when it comes to mesh or not networking, yeah, we'll see one of this like VPC, Route 53, and these things we'll see. And then security, we have like IAM, this one, and storage, we'll see all these services. Okay, so like when you go inside, you will come to know. But basically, top services are these services only. So like these services will be covering. So when first you logged into account, suppose you want to launch one server. Suppose I need a Linux server. See, in olden days, if you remember, if your brothers or sisters, or if you have their experience, if you go to Amazon.com, if you want to buy only for Linux system, see here, if I go here, Amazon.com, if I enter laptop with Linux, okay, so you will be buying like normal Windows systems as of now. But in olden days, as of now also, you have Linux based systems as well. So by default, they will be installing Linux on these machines. If you are completely working with Linux, you can able to buy that laptops as well. So instead of buying these Linux based laptops, just buy Windows laptop. Then create an account in AWS Cloud. If you want Linux server, okay, if you want Linux server, see here, just simple. Just select the OS, Amazon Linux, just launch it. Just proceed without keep. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. Okay, just launch the instance. So this much easy. Suppose we need one server, Linux. Within fraction of minutes, you will get one server. Just remember, within fraction of seconds, you will get one server. But in real time, without this cloud computing technology, if you want to have Linux laptop, you need to spend more money. That too, you have to maintain that laptop. Suppose you have spent 50,000 rupees to buy Linux laptop. You have to maintain it, right? You can't able to use other OSs on the top system. If you want to utilize, you need to install some hypervisors like virtualization. Then on top of that, you need to install your applications based on Windows or Linux, whatever it may be. But here, you can launch within fraction of minutes. You don't need to spend anything. How much time you have utilized? Suppose today I have utilized for 2 hours. For the 2 hours, we have to pay amount. That much easy. Suppose you have bought a laptop with 500 GB of space. You want to increase in your laptop. What you have to do? You have to purchase some hard disk or something. You have to purchase and you have to connect. But here, within fraction of seconds, suppose if you want to change from 8 GB to 100 GB or 1 TB, it is possible. So everything related to cloud technology is very simple, and you have to keep in mind that within fraction of minutes you can able to launch any services. So this server is running now. It is in running state. So if I want to connect, I will show you there are different ways, but I will click on this connect. So now I'm into server. So this much easy. No, I don't need to spend 50,000. I don't need to maintain that server, physical server and all, right? So these are cloud technology Linux server. Okay. So if you want to see at PC OS, so if you enter, this is the Linux server, Amazon Linux 2023. So like this, you can launch within fraction of seconds. You can launch one server, n number of servers. It's not that only one server. Okay. So like this, it is very easy cloud technology. You don't need to spend much time to creating data centers or creating buying laptop, installing that OS and all. Just you need a laptop with Windows. You can able to access any cloud provider. You just need to create an account. Okay. So just create an AWS account. So now I have running server. I don't need this server. I will terminate it. But in real time, if you bought a laptop, after 1 week, if you don't need that laptop, you can't able to like destroy it, right? Because you spent 50,000. It's not possible to destroy. But here, this much easy. They will not ask you anything. If you don't need a server, just terminate it. That much easy in cloud technologies. Okay, that is the reason cloud is famous. So suppose they don't need to spend much money to building a data center, maintain Linux engines and all. They will create an account for the company. They will use as many services they want. So that much easy cloud computing. Just remember, go ahead and create an AWS account. It will be 24 months free. Some services are free. You can able to practice with that account. Okay. Once account is active, then from tomorrow we will start the services. Okay. So if I cover it now only, it's not that much easy. So I will not able to complete single service as well. So now tomorrow, not tomorrow, from Monday, we will cover the services. We'll start with IAM. Okay, we'll start with this one. Identity Access Management. IAM. We'll start. So main thing, IAM. Just overview. If you want to control this account, you have this account, right? If you want to control, suppose in real time, if you're working for a project, they will not give you separate account for each person. They will be having one account. In that account, you will be adding as a user. For that user, what are the permissions, to which group he is available. Suppose in your organization there is developers team, and then test engineers team, and HR team is there. Different teams are there. Okay, for the teams they have to differentiate the permissions. It's not that same person will be having same permissions. How we can control from that using this AWS account? All those things we will see on Monday. Okay, so these are all about basics about AWS cloud technology and cloud computing technologies. If you have anything, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can drop off. Thank you all.